Reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network. You're listening to LotRO Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. And by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon at doghousesystems.com.
Welcome to LotRO Reporter episode 236. I am your host, Cari, and I am joined this week, as always, by the Minion Master himself, who sounds much better than he did last week, Layanor. Yay! You feel better.
Yo! Hello, Minions. What's up? What's going on? Feeling good, feeling good, feeling good.
You're feeling so good. You're doing other shows with other people, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
even have a new show.
I have a new show, that's right. It has cussing.
Yes, I mentioned that when I was watching
I
it.
have to say that right away. It's basically a Let's Play, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be playing pretty much any game. Whoever I can grab, somebody from the network, a few friends of mine, whoever I can grab, so we can play an extended amount of whatever game that we play for fun. And I've called it +1 keyboard, like +1 armor. Very, very nerdy.
Awesome. That sounds cool. I'm sorry I missed it. You guys look like you're having a lot of fun with the Secret World stuff. I think I've done those particular quests about 4 times.
Yeah, it's right in the beginning. We only did a couple of episodes though because I had to get it cleared by Chris first.
Yeah. Well,
so since it's cleared, I don't know if I have to put, not safe for work or anything like that on there yet. But usually those don't have that on there. So I have mentioned it to Chris a few times about, like there is cussing and, just like regular normal Let's Play videos. And it's been past him a few times, but there might be a couple other people that say, hey, so I have to check with that. Yeah. And but the main thing is I really and I've wanted to do this for like a year. I really wanted to do a show where you just go on and you play and you have fun. And I've been pitching this to Chris for quite a while, and he's like, well, I don't know where to put it. What show do we put it on? Do we put it on MMO Reporter? And then he was thinking about switching MMO Reporter, the show around a little bit. And I was like, well, you know what? What if I just, make a name, put it underneath the MMO Reporter Network, and just run with it? Because we do a lot of news, and it seems like we don't do very much gaming.
Yeah. So let's play some games. Yeah.
Right. So that is the big thing of that show, and I hope you all watch.
Yes, it is an interesting. It's kind of cute. So. Yeah. So what have you been doing in game this week?
I did Middle Earth at War on Friday, so I got a little bit more renown. I'm at 33.42% right now. It's just a touch higher. We really didn't do too much out there. Yand, who was leading, realized that there really wasn't too much going on out there except for some random raids running around in front of GV. GV is the hill where you enter the moors.
Okay, that's like right outside of the front door.
Right outside the front door. So he was taking our raid, going down the hill and coming back up. Going down the hill and coming back up. Because they kept coming.
Oh.
So we wiped them every single time. But because there wasn't so many of them, we didn't get very much renown. But we did do it for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, something like that.
Fun.
So we did that. And then my favorite Muppet, Draculetta, helped me.
Who's in the chat room, by the way?
Who is in the chat room? Hey, what's up? He helped me power level over on Landraville, and I wanted to really have a character over there that just wasn't level 12 or whatever, just for the events that are on over there. So I'm hoping to, bump up my character all the way up to max if I can, and just join some of the things that are over there.
Cool. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm sorry, I was getting my hair blonded, so I couldn't help you.
Oh.
It takes a long time for my hairdo to get done. Yeah. Many chemicals and much sitting around with foil on my head contacting planets, but
Do you play Beauty School Dropout when you get your hair done?
No, thank goodness she's actually very, very good at what she does.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it involves foil and rum.
Ooh.
Yeah, she's got a shop at her house, so we can drink if we want to. She doesn't care. And it was Friday night. So that's what I was doing Friday night and unable to help Layanor level, which is probably better that Draculetta helped than I, because I'm a mini and I am really, really slow at killing things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I got a shrew pet in the festival, or the Horton here's a who pet is what I call him because of the big long ears. I got the one that went with the maze.
Is it the spotted?
No, I think it's the other one.
The checkered, striped?
Maybe I don't know. The plain shrew. He's cute.
The plain.
That's my first pet. It's so cute. And then on Brandywine, I ran through and I didn't get the shrew, but I did go do the fence walking and I got the beer mug. So I'm all ready to toast things, I think.
I think do you have the toast emote from the treasure festival?
I've got it on some characters. I do not know if I've got it on Allie on Brandywine. I will have to double check. But that's an excellent toast
emote?
thing. Yes, it's one of my favorites.
It's very cool.
Yes, spill beer all over your friends. The Dusty, yeah, Darkula. The Dusty, yeah. And Dracula informs me that the tinfoil is stopping the planets to contacting me. So for 3 hours the other day, no planets could speak to my head. I don't know. I just you look like an alien with that stuff on your head. So that's what I've been doing in game is festivals. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Here, look at this light real quick. You see the light? Poof. Okay, get on to the news.
All right, we have some news. Congratulations to Eldar. They won the Taking the Hobbits to Isengard at 46 minutes, 6 seconds.
Jeez, that is fast.
Yeah, what happened to Brandywine? I figured they'd stomp it, and they were 2 hours and a death.
You really want to bring that up?
I was just shocked. Though I think Eldar, he likened that one to a death march. It was no talkie, no nothing, go.
Yeah, Brandy was pretty crazy. We had first of all, I showed up in Bree, and there were layers of people.
Oh no!
And we could not merge onto one layer at all. There was no. We didn't know that we were going to have people to try and get people to the right layer in the first place.
Oh.
So that was a problem. As soon as we walked out of Bree, everybody scattered to another layer again.
Yep. Go ahead.
We went all the way to Dunlin, and as soon as we hit that, boom, we hit another layer right away.
Oh.
And it was a layer that was empty, and people just started appearing. Sapiens appeared, boom, a mob came and killed Sapiens instantly.
No.
So That's pretty much how Brandywine usually is whenever we try and do something. So
Yeah.
we're kind of used to that.
Yeah, Landy's pretty good at getting people to the right layer because we do it for our concerts all the time, and it's hilarious to watch the Weatherstock processional. People leave Weatherstock and they all ride their horses in one big processional into
Oh yeah.
Bree, and then as soon as you hit that, everybody disappears because you hit the layer in Bree's, and they're just like on 9 different layers.
Yep. Yep. I remember seeing that
Hmm.
last year.
Yep. All right, and Sapiens had some community updating, right, Layanor?
That's right. He started talking about, well, first of all, it was a YouTube video that we haven't had in quite a while. So it's kind of nice to see another one. He started talking about the dev roundtables that are going to be coming up.
Yeah.
Are these going to be before the dwarves go to Moria?
I don't know. I think they might be.
Okay, I think those are coming up like pretty soon.
Yeah.
He also talked about Extra Life, how he was going to be doing some things for that, which I don't remember what he was doing now.
If he raises a Team Turbine, or he raises
A
$100,000.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I was like, he said something he was going to do something crazy. So yes, if he gets 100,000, 100K, Sapiens is going to get a tattoo. Now, did he say what tattoo it was?
It's the Extra Life logo.
Okay. And for gaming news, update 14 is going to be coming to Bull Roarer pretty soon. So those things that they've been talking about to Hobbits go to Isengard, we're going to be able to see pretty soon.
Yeah. Speaking of Hobbits going to Isengard, we had about 3. Then we actually got some good information. A lot of the stuff is, again, repeats of the previous stuff, like, are you going to ever scale the rift? And they're like, you wouldn't like it if we did. No. So for those of you who are not in the know, like me, there is people wanted to know if they're going to be expanding the /cpet commands. The answer is yes. The /cpet command was put in solely as a temporary measure while they put in a UI, and in a different I guess they called them Tahiti. In a different Tahiti, they talked about how they were hoping that the pets would be able to do things like flips and cute stuff like that. So they're planning on expanding this quite a bit.
Maul.
Maul. I don't think that's gonna work, Layanor.
You ever played? Do you ever play Dragon Age?
Yes.
You ever get the pit bull in the beginning of the game?
Yes.
Ha ha. Maul.
I pick up a pet in every game I can possibly pick up. I have a dog in Skyrim right now, and I trekked all across the wasteland to pick up dog meat very early in the game, and I did the same with Rex the Wonder Puppy in Fallout New Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pet collector, you.
I am.
Did you play Neopets?
No. And I didn't have any of the other stuff.
Okay.
Like there's like a what is it, the tagamis or something that you have to feed in water and all that stuff, and
oh, okay.
Yeah, didn't play any of those either.
So off a topic.
Let's get back. Go ahead.
You ever have a Tamagotchi?
No.
Oh, jeez. No. All right, I'm done.
Okay. Somebody asked about Osgiliath being a PvMP zone. Did you like to tell them what the answer was?
Yes. Basically, they were talking about Osgiliath being a PvMP zone. Unfortunately, people really want to go visit this that don't like PvP.
Yeah.
So we don't know how they're going to work it. It's not confirmed, by the way. It's not confirmed that it's going to be a PvP area. It's just a pretty obvious place to have a new map for PvP.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was talks about maybe having half the map be PvE and then the other half be PvP. You know, like the wars outside over there. They're talking about maybe possibly having a PvP layer and then a PvP layer, and it's like so we'll have to see. But it's kind of cool that Turbine is recognizing that this could be a potential PvMP area.
Yeah, they say they're not promising. They don't ever mistake that, but they are talking about it.
Yeah, it's such a big area that people want to go visit. They want everybody to go visit, and if it's only PvP, then it's only going to be for the PvP people.
Yeah, I would probably go visit, run through screaming with my hair on fire, and never go back again.
Yep.
They are going to be starting the Dwarves and Moria runs. He is using the Gift of Valor, and it's, I think, running through the 5th or 6th. You can get that 25% off, and you can also get Moria for 20% off. If you do not have Moria yet, or you do not have a character that can run that, those are 2 ways that you can participate.
Mm-hmm.
Those runs are going to be hilarious, by the way.
It's gonna be pretty interesting. Thinking about the lag and stuff in Moria too, with all those people, especially Brandywine. Brandywine's not gonna be able to do it at all.
There's no layers in Moria, as far as I know.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it layers.
I bet you there probably is, but
we never see them.
Yeah, we never see them.
Wow. I can imagine
think of that.
Players lined up along the sides of gaps to kind of like, don't turn here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't see Brandywine completing this. I don't. Not at all.
It should be interesting.
So we'll see what happens.
It should be interesting. Hobnanigans is coming again. It's going to be on the weekend of June 6th. They have not fixed any of the bugs, but come play anyway.
Yep. They are looking at them though. They're looking at the bugs, and they might be tweaking them a little bit later, but I think it was pretty much scheduled to be coming out again soon anyway, so they didn't have time to fix them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you missed it the first time around and you want to get that chicken pet, now's the time.
The fastest chicken pet in the world.
Yes.
And it fence hops too, by the way. Fence runs, by the way. Rowan joined the chat at one point, and so did Horse Dove. Rowan says that he was messing around with them and causing them more work, and they are working on some limited but cool group content, small fellowship content that can go onto the landscape. Anybody want to guess what that might be? Big turtles in the world or something?
It could be something like that. It could also be something along the lines of the Great River, where we fought a bunch of giants and trolls and stuff, and that was all group content. There was another area, I can't, it was a while ago, where all we fought were drakes and dragons all up in the hills. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Enenwaith?
Enenwaith, and there's some area in Angmar that I think is underneath the big castle down there in the corner where that stupid old lady was.
Mm-hmm.
Underneath that, I think was all supposed to be group. It's all elites and stuff under there. Like it was giants and then drakes and then giants and then drakes and then giants and then drakes.
Yep, I remember that now. Yeah. Did someone ask this, or
somebody asked about slotted gear? I guess somebody had heard something about it.
Okay, so we'll explain what slotted gear is first. What it is say you have a piece of armor, your chest piece, and what this is, it's kind of like the relic system that is for your legendary weapons, where you get a relic and you put it on your weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they're going to do with our gear. Now, I don't know if it's going to be all of our gear or only parts, but we're going to be able to make something or get something to put into our gear. And they were talking about that it might be expanded later on, but it's probably only going to be one item right now that will add one stat.
I'm not enthused. I mean, okay. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not super excited about this. I can imagine those hardcore raiders out there going, let me look at your gear. I'm sorry, you spent all this time and bought all this stuff and it's the wrong stuff. You can't come play with us.
As long as the stuff isn't bound, I think that would be really good. I think it would be really cool to trade with everybody and to sell. And what's that?
It's going to be bind and equip.
Bind and equipped. Okay. Yeah, I think that would be great. how popular the system is going to get or whatever, I'm not sure. The game kind of favors the casual players, so I don't know how hardcore people are going to get into these things.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of games have the system already. I know the Secret World does it. Um, World of Warcraft, I think, does it. Not sure. I
Yeah.
haven't played that game in I don't know how long. But there are a lot of MMOs that have slots in the armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I understand. Yeah. And you know what I do with games that have slots in the armor? I look at it and go, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do, and just either don't pick something at all or pick something really randomly.
Yep. I think Diablo even has that.
Uh,
I think so.
yeah, so they're going to be doing it in skirmishes and in content festivals, stuff like that. So more inventory.
More inventory.
Yeah, but they did say later that they revamped the inventory system so that they can add more inventory, probably at a cost. That's my editorial. Um, for this particular, like your bag space.
Hmm.
They revamped the bag space and inventory systems so that
There
this.
there was a question that popped up that is not listed here,
Okay.
and I remember because I was in a chat room. Somebody did actually ask, "Are we going to see all of these legendary item experience items merge together at any time soon because they're taking up so much space?"
Oh yeah, I remember reading that. Yep.
Some of the devs are looking into maybe making a recipe to combine that.
Mhm.
But it's just kind of on the table. It's being talked about. It's not something that they're working on.
Right, right. Um, that's yeah. So I'm not too enthused about the slotted gear. It's yeah, as Daculetta said, one more broken system. I don't know if it's going to be broken, but I did kind of get the hint from some of the comments in the chat rooms from the that this might be kind of a precursor to an LI revamp.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I kind of somehow got that sense because then they're like, well, what about LIs? And he's like, well, we're kind of looking at this to see if that might make it a little bit easier for LIs, and not so complicated. So I don't know exactly what they're doing, but
I'm sure the question came up about legendary weapons on what we need to do with these when when they decided that they were going to give us another 5 levels and then another 5 levels in the
hmm
same year. So I'm sure legendary weapons were brought up multiple times during that, so they might be thinking about doing something.
yeah, yeah. Somebody asked how many updates we're gonna get. So they have update 14 and 15. So both of those are going to be in Gondor, and they also have an interlude between the two that's going to take us into the Dead Marshes. Yay, Dead Marshes!
Yay, we're going to get swamp in our boots.
They said that was mostly going to be instances, because there's really not a whole lot going on in there. So it's pretty much going to be instance play. I mean, it's like, what's to see? A bunch of dead, creepy people floating up from the bottom of the earth.
Well, it would be kind of cool to walk past it like on a cliff or near it or something like that. You remember that one area, the huge camp that
Yes,
we
in
get to
Dunlin.
see in Dunlin?
hmm
If you could see, from the distance and look at that and you'd be like, "Oh, there's the marshes." You don't really have to go there.
Yeah.
You could just kind of see it and you'd be fine with it.
Yep. They
But
are.
but we can go through it. There's an instance, so we'll be going through it for a little bit.
Yes. Somebody asked about how many Beornings they could make. They said as many as you have character slots for. Horse Dev says they are investigating if they can pop open a few character slots as part of a bundle deal with picking up the new class. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
For, X number of turbine points more, you can also get a slot.
No, I think they said too in the chat that the Beornings are going to be the race of man, which I thought
Yes.
that they were going to be their own race in the beginning.
No, it's man specific only, so it'll be men and women. Yeah, and then they
Okay.
did say that they would be looking, if this goes well, they would be looking at maybe other classes that would also be race specific. I
Mm-hmm.
don't even
Very
want to
cool.
speculate.
That's cool information right there. I'd like to see other things, especially with the elves.
Mm.
I'd really like to see a elven only class. That's just me though.
Yeah. Yeah, the guys don't look so girly now that they changed their stance. It's kind of nice. The elven guys, they had
They
that.
changed their stance?
They changed the way they stand. Yeah, with update 13.
Did they?
It's a little less shoulder
I didn't
forward.
even notice.
Yeah. Yep. Um, Somebody asked, will Beornings be a store offer? And the answer was, in a nice way, well, duh. He's nearly certain, and they're not trying it, as far as I know, to any other big bundle or purchase type thing. So as far as you know, it's going to be a store offer.
Yes, it's going to be a store offer. You're not going to find a coupon code in a box of Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, you're not getting it for free just because you've been a VIP for the last 8 years. Sorry. Of course.
Points.
Save
your
points.
points.
Yeah. I'm gonna guess it's what are the other ones? About 800, 900 points. Not on sale.
I don't know.
I want to say they're 895, 795, 895 for like the Runekeeper and the Warden.
Mm-hmm.
So, save your points up. You probably want to get that. I'm sure it's going to be an account-wide unlock, though. It's got to be. Somebody asked about more cosmetic pets, and they're like, "Oh yes," he says they're having fun with them, and they would love to do more.
Yeah, it's probably guaranteed that we're going to be getting more pets.
They're making a couple specifically for Sapiens for his own dark purposes, whatever that means.
That means he's getting Mirkwood black squirrels. I betcha. I'll put 5 on it.
Those squirrels were evil.
I hear typing.
I'm done. Let's see. So they decided to speculate a little bit about Osgiliath about halfway through, since Jinja wasn't there to.
Where is Osgiliath? What is it? Because it sounds familiar, but all the names and all that always merge in my head.
Hang on. Osgiliath.
It's time for Google. Time for Google.
It's the ancient capital of the Kingdom of Gondor. It was depopulated during the Third Age. It gradually fell into ruin during the War of the Ring. The abandoned city gained strategic importance as a crossing point over the Anduin for men and also orcs of Mordor. So, in the movies, remember when they caught Smeagol eating a fish? I think that was Osgiliath.
No.
Like
that was when the Rangers. That's when the Rangers found him.
No, remember it was Faramir and all of his guys over.
Wasn't that just a bunch of caves?
There were ruins too. It was a bunch of ruins and caves and
stuff. I think Osgiliath was the big glowing green castle.
Yeah,
city.
It's the ruined city between Minas Tirith and Minas Morgul. It's the one that they were in. Yeah, Faramir was trying to defend it. That's the one that Faramir and his guys were at, and then he got shot or whatever, and the horse rode back into Minas Tirith with him.
Where all that water was.
Yes.
I'm thinking about when they first found Smeagol in the first place.
No,
never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
So Osgiliath is one of them that they're going to try to maybe do the PvMP with. And in theory, it would be a fun place to do it, but people like PvE, so they're not sure how they're going to do it yet.
Osgiliath is mostly ruins.
Yeah, it's a ruined city. Yep.
So I don't really need to go there.
You would if the creeps were taking it over, don't you think? That's a true.
Yeah.
It's a very.
I wouldn't go there expecting this awesome epic plot going through there. You know what I mean? I'd expect to see it and go oh man, that's Osgiliath, that's where the battle went down and all that, and that's about it.
No, I would want to go see it just to see the ruins of what the old city looks like, because Turbine admittedly does ruins fantastically.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they have made up dwarven ruins from the Hootbull dailies that are they're beautiful. They just drive me crazy because I can't figure out where I'm at in the darn things. Um, yeah, so there was a question about money sinks that they asked Horse Dev. Do we need more money sinks? And his answer was, of course it does. It sure
We're all
does.
rich.
He does know how much money people has, and he's aware that there are some people that have a ton of money and some people that don't have so much money. But they are going to be looking in probably update 15 on money sinks, ways to get some money out of the system.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
That's kind of nice. I know a lot of people that are rich. A lot of people. I think the slotted system is probably going to use up some of the gold that's out there. So we'll see if that kind of stimulates the economy.
Yeah, he's hoping that kind of a small but excited economy comes up about buying these slots and stuff like that, the traits for those. All right, so they had so much fun with Tahiti. I can't believe they called it that. That they have decided to do the strategic Hobbit initiative to evacuate lost dwarves, or what I like better is the Bridge of Hobbit Doom runs. So Sapiens will be running his Hobbit through Moria on all 30 servers. It's coming soon, but the first 5 servers are going to be Eldar, Darodelf, Winfola, Anduin, and Vilya.
Okay.
So you guys know you're up first, so you can start practicing.
Here's a question. What's he going to do after?
He does not think it wouldn't be. He says, well, maybe we'll get all the way to Gondor with this. Who knows? We did the Isengard. We've gone through Moria. Maybe we'll go through Rohan or something. Taking the Hobbit to Helm's Deep. Who knows?
Awesome.
Yep. So
Hobbit is going to be back on the weekend of June 6th. So if you want some glitchy fun, go play that. It might work. It might not. Go get your chicken. Just go do it.
Yeah. All right, Layanor, did you know anything this week?
Yes, I did know something.
What'd you know?
I discovered something. There's a girl named Sithrith who has her own channel on YouTube, and I had no idea that anybody else was doing Let's Play videos of LotRO, and apparently she's been doing Let's Play videos not of just LotRO, but just games in general that she likes for an entire year. And I seen her picture one time on Twitter, and it was a comment from what Sapiens made, and she'll probably kick me later for this, but she has the biggest, bluest Frodo eyes. And I was like, whoa. And I just remembered that picture, but then later on she followed me. She just followed me, I think it was just a few days ago, maybe even last week. And because I look at the people that follow me to see if they have a website or something like that, I checked it out, and she's been making all these videos for like the longest time, and I was like, holy cow. And then I found out that weekend that she was also just joining up with LotRO players. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. This is somebody, this is kind of like a, to me, because I don't know anything about her. To me, this was kind of like a long lost sister, in the podcasting community.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't even know about you. Come on, come home.
Yeah. I learned, I've seen the name before, but I specifically paid attention because she was on the First Players Council.
Oh, she did say something about that. Yeah.
So she did a Let's Play, Lore Master Let's Play, where she kind of discussed things about the Player Council, and some of the, stuff that happened, and that, so yeah, a little bit of maybe of some of the hurtful things people said, like, they're just shills, and they're like, we didn't get any turbine points, we got nothing. And by the way, we really had no say in the direction of anything kind of thing. But that's where I've kind of seen her, and
that's where you seeing, yeah.
And
so I talked to her right away, and I was like, hey, let me pop on your show.
Yeah, I was watching that. It's pretty funny, guys. You should go watch it.
Unfortunately, I'd say about 40% of the time I'm making fun of her. Unfortunately. But we had a lot of fun. She kept dying. She kept dying in skirmishes. She kept dying so much that Pine Leaf answered, that they made a comment in her show.
Aww.
So yeah, and we were joking about that too. We were like, you keep dying, Pine Leaf is gonna come and tell you how to do the skirmish, and sure enough, he did.
Yeah. Pine Leaf knows all.
Yes, especially about skirmishes. So I popped over to her show, and we had a lot of fun. We did 2 shows, so go check them out. One's out right now. Just follow the link in the show notes, and I think later on this week or next week, the second show will be out. And that one, we actually have a very, very good discussion.
Now, Layanor, the one that she kept dying on was Icy Crevasse.
Yes.
Okay, so that one's like the top 10 of like evil, probably the number 1 evil skirmish out there for dying.
Yes. She didn't have a max level character, so she didn't have all the skills and all that stuff that she would have normally. I don't know. I don't know.
It's Icy Crevasse. Let's leave it at that.
It's Icy Crevasse, but the one thing that she kept forgetting, because she doesn't play skirmishes that much, is that she wasn't summoning her skirmish soldier to help out.
Oh, yeah.
So once she started doing that, and then once she started tanking with her bear, then everything was fine.
Yep.
So go watch it.
Yeah.
Go watch it. I think the second episode I sing.
Oh,
yeah. That's the second one.
Must see that. All right. 3-man should be back next week. Borg is recovering, so he should be back and ready to rumble with us next week.
Awesome. They rewired his arm.
His bionic arm is all set.
Yep. It's all looking good. It's got the exhaust, pipes on it. It says Mitsubishi. Ready to go.
All right. Weatherstock 6 is coming. And if you cannot get enough music for like 6 or 8 hours on June 14th, the pre-concerts are going on right now. There's a link in the show notes. There's actually probably, no, it's over by now, but we've got one on Thursday night, the 5th, the Rolling Kegs at 1600 server time. There are 4 concerts Saturday the 7th. Starlight Orchestra, Under the Sunlit Sky, Muck and Fuddle, and Die Meisterbahn von Brie, and I can usually get that out once a show. Woot! Shades are on Sunday. Les Chantés Faibles.
Les Chantés Faibles?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Disenchanted, A Flock of Smeagol's, which is one of my favorite, and Les Beaux Chapeaux are playing on Sunday, and the Chosen Few are on Monday, and that's up to Weatherstock. They have an hour slot each, so if you have a favorite band from previous years and you want to see them for a whole hour, check out the link. Yeah, because they're pretty fun.
Sweet.
Yeah, and that is community.
If you are looking for a new PC, then check out doghousesystems.com and use the coupon code MMOReporter at checkout to double your RAM. And if you're looking for some audiobooks to play on some long trips because you have a cool bionic arm that doesn't want to stop driving, then go to audibletrial.com/MMOReporter and get 1 month free.
Right.
And you get you get credit for 1 book.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you want that one book to be the Wheel of Time, I think that's like a 15 or 20 hour download.
Ooh.
The unabridged downloads of stuff. I'm guessing, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that the Game of Thrones unabridged version is going to be like 8 or
Wow.
9 hours. One of
If you're looking for a Tolkien book that is just one book, one audiobook, then look into Children of Hurin, uh, read by Christopher Lee. That's a very, very good book.
Oh my gosh, I was speaking of Christopher Lee, I was listening to some Agatha Christie audiobooks that I got from Audible from when I had my membership, and he
Hmm.
actually voiced one of the stories in the Agatha, and I could tell immediately that was Christopher Lee.
Hmm.
It was like that voice is known.
Today on Agatha Christie,
We have.
Sauron.
Yes, exactly. And I think this was recorded like many, many years ago.
I'm sorry, that's Sauron.
Yeah,
I
he's
always get
Saruman.
them mixed up.
Yeah, he's let's see. I don't want the 5 set. I want to see how long the audiobook for The Song of Ice and Fire is. Audiobook. Oh, if you do not have a membership, it is $41.95.
Oh,
Yeah. And is it tell me how long it is? 33 hours and 50 minutes for $14.95, people. You can listen to an
wow.
entire week's worth of work for
Wow.
$14.95. And that is just The Song of Ice and Fire. That is book 1.
Imagine the guy reading that. Oh.
33 hours. All right. If you'd like to email us and let us know what you think of the show, if you'd like to see changes, if you have suggestions, if I've really mispronounced something again and missed it in chat, you can email us at lotro.reporter@gmail.com. You can reach out to us on Twitter at LotRo Reporter. You can follow us on Facebook. Just search for LotRo Reporter. You can leave us a voicemail at 616-666-6778, or you can use the widget on the right-hand side of your screen when you visit the site. And our site is lotroreporter.com. You can also follow us on YouTube at www.youtube.com/user/MMO Reporter Network. And we're putting all the audio of the shows up now on YouTube. We are also doing Let's Play videos and some other stuff like that. And of course, follow us on twitch.tv/MMO Reporter so you know when we go live. You don't stream the Let's Play videos live, do you?
No, I do not stream
Okay.
those. We might later on, but right now, no. Since it was a pilot episode, we had to clear it, so not right now at this very moment.
Okay, but I'm sure you're going to be some streaming of some Wild Star. There's going to be some streaming of,
Oh
I
yeah.
don't know, 9 hours of Weatherstock coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we're all set. You can follow me at the Carrie Mac on Twitter. You will see things like I don't want to go to work today and I need pie, but hey. And then you can follow Layanor on Twitter at.
You can twit me at Layanor, Layanor. Twit me, and I'll show up at your birthday. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, so that is the show. It's episode 236. I can't believe we're getting this close to 240.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Yeah, I know.
Well, since we do have people here and we're just kind of like, we got one guy coming in, so we'll play our game real quick. Somebody say some stuff in chats, and Carrie and I will say them back, but funny, live. So type something up. I'll take the first one. It's probably going to be just like a sentence. I'll do one, you do one, that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh boy. Will there be a fresh batch of buttery popcorn made for the late night viewing?